Trading sleep for memories. That's an interesting concept I read about recently. Are you going to remember those days you slept in? Or that day you woke up early, scrambled out of bed, and watched an amazing sunrise? These early starts are a bit of a necessity as we travel up the ICW. We're trying to make the most of our daylight hours and arrive at our anchorage before dark. It's not safe, nor is it recommended to enter an unfamiliar anchorage in the dark. There are too many hazards that you cannot see. The sunrises are just a welcome bonus for us. Another memory to add to our collection.
400 miles down.
The Georgia portion of the Atlantic Intercoastal Waterway is roughly 138.2 statute miles, or 120 nautical miles. It winds its way through salt grass marshes for miles and miles. This section also includes the dreaded Hell's Gate, a narrow channel with strong currents. But don't worry, if you time your arrival for slack water, you'll have nothing to worry about. Due to the multiple shallow, tricky, or narrow spots, many cruisers choose to bypass the Georgia section by heading offshore. Just so you know, we have a 5.5 foot draft and we didn't have any issues traveling up this section. So, if you want to, you can do it too, just watch the tides. Putting some sail out is a little bit more tricky here due to the winding waterway. If you like getting the sails up for 10 minutes, then dropping them so you can make a 90 or 180 degree course change, then this is the place for you. Please remember while traveling these long and sometimes monotonous miles that you stay well hydrated. The heat can do strange things to the human body and sometimes cause involuntary, erratic movements. When we are preparing to drop anchor or coming into a dock, we put Mike on his bed. This is a safe spot so we can get the boat secured without worrying about him getting hurt.
Mommy looking at you. I see you laying on your jaw.
This is Herb River. We've just dropped the anchor here. We've got one other boat with us. We're right near Savannah, Georgia, so tomorrow we're going to take a day trip in there. Go for a walk around, see what we can see. And we will report back what we find. Starting with a short dinghy ride to Thunderbolt Marina and then a walk to find the bus stop. After a short ride, we were in the center of town where the walking began again. Thankfully, it was nice and shaded and we didn't have to run, Forrest, run! See what I did there? We were making our way towards the river when hunger started to creep up on us.
I'm not really sure what's happening right now, but we're pretty excited about it. Please note, this is a gas station. Let's see what we find. Time to go focus.
The waterfront situated along the Savannah River is where the colony of Georgia was founded in 1733 and the location of the original port of Savannah. In the 1700s it was the main location for goods coming into the city, and by the mid-1800s Savannah was the leading exporter of cotton in the world. These hand-laid cobblestones that paved the ramps leading down the bluff were originally used as ballast material on the many ships that sailed into Savannah's harbor. These quartz, granite, basalt, and other rocks originated in a number of exotic locations and were deposited upon unloading in Savannah. The 4- and 5-story buildings along the waterfront were once cotton warehouses, but have now been transformed into a variety of shops, restaurants, bars, art galleries, and this awesome candy store. The last cotton office on the waterfront closed in 1956. Then, in the 1970s, the area was redeveloped by local landowners and urban planners determined to revive the history and prosperity of Savannah's waterfront. In June of 1977, at a cost of $7 million, a new waterfront plaza was unveiled, with some 80,000 square feet of abandoned warehouses turned into this tourist destination that we see today. After all that walking and talking, we decided to treat ourselves to an ice cream before starting the trek back home. Unfortunately, the first bus had stopped running, so we needed to walk almost halfway home to get the next bus. Thankfully, the early evening was nicer and cool, and we enjoyed our walk through the suburbs, looking at all the big trees covered in Spanish moss. So we're on our way home after a day in Savannah, walking around exploring, waiting for buses, public transport, always fun. So the sun's gone down, we're walking home in the dark. And the nice thing about Savannah, there's no sidewalks anywhere.
And there's no bugs either.
But it is a really cool little city. Nice trees with all the hanging moss, whatever it is. Everybody's nice and friendly, so that's good. We're leaving the Thunderbolt area, which is near Savannah, heading north again. Today we're planning on trying to get to Beaufort, South Carolina. It is hot, very hot. Mike is taking a swim. Hi! Everybody else is just hot. This large ship is leaving Savannah and heading down to the Atlantic Ocean. Large vessels use the Savannah River, so you need to pay good attention when crossing over here. The Savannah River is also the border between South Carolina and Georgia, our next state on the ICW.
It's always good when dolphins are here to welcome you. Officially in South Carolina.
After passing Hilton Head, we put up some sails and had a nice leisurely cruise across Port Royal Sound. Past Parris Island, then Port Royal, and on to our anchorage for the night in Beaufort. It was nice and sunny and warm, another pleasant day to be out on the water. sun was setting, we made our to our anchorage for the night, just outside of Beaufort, South Carolina. Across the water there you can see the city mooring field, and just past that is the city marina. And down way over there you'll see the free docks. We'll tie up tomorrow and go ashore and do some exploring and some grocery shopping. Thank you for watching another episode. If you like this one, please give it a thumbs up, and as always you can follow along on Facebook and Instagram. And if you'd like to support these videos for as little as $3 a month, check us out on patreon.com/summerrules.